It definitely was a huge wake-up call.
There are moments in life we never forget. Moments that can define the rest of a lifetime.
So the first time I ever overdosed was on the street on Mass Ave in Boston.
For Amanda Alexander, that moment came in 2009.
I was revived by a first responder in the street. If it weren't for them, I literally wouldn't be sitting here.
Alexander believes the heroin she took was laced with fentanyl.
It was not the same, product. It had been adulterated in some way.
For years, illicit fentanyl was found almost exclusively east of the Mississippi. But recently, it has arrived in Colorado.
Bodies just stack up.
The problem solvers getting a rare look inside Denver's morgue, where overdose victims are piling up in record numbers.
That is really what is killing people in Denver.
Dr. James Caruso is Denver's chief medical examiner.
And our job is to figure out why someone died.
His office seeing more deaths than ever before.
The majority of those cases were drug overdoses.
In 2020, more people died from overdosing in Denver than from car crashes and homicides combined. Fentanyl responsible for more than a third of those deaths. And while the bodies here are counted as statistics,
here we have his birth certificate.
Each victim is more than a number.
Yeah.
For Joelle Fairchild,
these were happy times.
These photos are all she and her husband Brian have left after dropping off their 27-year-old son Tony at a light rail station.
And when I saw him walking away, it was just a weird feeling I had inside.
3 days later, a stranger would find him unconscious after overdosing on a mix of drugs on the Cherry Creek Trail.
He called 911, but at that time, it was too late, and Tony had already passed.
Fairchild lives in Parker and says statewide numbers should concern everyone. In 2020, more than 1,400 Coloradans died from overdose, the most in state history.
I think there needs to be more action. Yeah, at all levels.
Those looking to bring the numbers down
Yes, Evan.
are tired.
I'm tired of screaming into the void.
At Denver's Harm Reduction Action Center, Lisa Rayville continues pushing for supervised injection sites, which have been approved in Denver, but remain illegal on the state level. Those sites would look something like this. People would bring their own drugs and be monitored from behind by a trained professional.
And in 11 countries, 150 sites in over 20 years, no one's ever died of an overdose at one of these places. There's a trained professional there to recognize and respond, and we need that.
Opponents have said it encourages drug use.
Who wants to have this in their neighborhood? I don't want to see it anywhere.
But Rayville says people will find a way to use regardless, and better here than in a downtown bathroom.
If there had been supervised use sites, I absolutely would have used them.
Amanda Alexander is now clean and devoting her life to helping others.
I'm studying for my counseling license. I bought a home. I have a husband, all of these things. And I just didn't expect to live.
A lifetime of achievements others never got.
As I flip through the pages and I see what could have been and everything that he could have been.
Advocates are worried the arrival of fentanyl will continue to make stories like this more common.
Yeah.
Rayville says she'll continue fighting for change.
Dead drug users do not have the opportunity for recovery, and when people are alive, there's hope.
In Denver, Evan Kruegel, Fox 31.